Hey, what's up? I'm back, y'all. Take a little time. Had to take a little time, handle business, check on my loved ones, my mom and all them. Yeah. But welcome back to the OG Low Cafe. I'm your host, Carlos Stargel, the last. My YouTube channel, subscribe to it. Please subscribe at Carlos Stargel, not Stargel 910. I appreciate it if you do. Anyway, getting back to okay, I'm back. Now we're gonna talk about, like I said, we're gonna talk about, like I said, everyday life. So whatever comes up will come out. Just keeping it real. No profanity, no negativity, no bashing, none of that. We're trying to keep it positive. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you one more time until y'all get it right. You come wrong, I come harder, and I'm gonna X you out of my account. Simple and plain, bottom line, and all that good stuff. And I ain't jiving either. Anyway, anyway, this was nice. The weather's nice outside. I mean, it's gonna be a good day. Everybody's happy. Ain't nobody gonna fight or die today. People smelling like lemon juice and pledge, furniture polish and all that. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Anyway, so like I was saying, just to let you know, just it's all live your life. Worry about make you do what makes you happy, and no need to worry about what others feel or think because everybody got to live for themselves. And like I said, we all have to answer to the Lord. So that's the bottom line. Anyhow, if you while on this while on this video, on this live streaming, if you feel like if you feel like you want to comment or ask questions or whatever, feel free to do so. I mean, I might have the answers, I might not. If you want to comment, if you want to just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Shoot, go and do it. It's nothing. It doesn't cost you nothing to speak. It don't cost you nothing to say how, be be mannerable, respectable. It don't cost you none of that. Just be. I mean, it doesn't cost. Besides, it doesn't cost you. Doesn't cost you to do right anyway. Anyhow, like I was telling you earlier about the entertainment and just time, just the eras all together, times all together. I mean, times change, people change. I know nothing doesn't stays the same forever. I know sometimes people change for the things change for the better. Lots of times it changes for the worse. Or some things or some people just don't change at all. I mean, it's not up to us to decide who's going to change. I mean, it's up to us if we want to change as well too, because nobody can put a gun in your head and tell you what to do. Simple and plain. You have your own mind. You can make it. If you got sense enough to make you just make the right decisions, then do it. But this is what I wanted to say too. It's about, like I told you earlier, I want to say something else too, other than music. But I want to tell y'all something that's real for real. Okay, I mean, if somebody, if like I said, I know a lot of you have been hurt. Everybody has, and we're all guilty of being hurt. But one thing I'm trying to practice, I mean, it's not easy. I mean, it's not promising sometimes, but one thing about it, if you have a chance to make redemption, do it. If you have a chance to apologize to the ones you intentionally hurt, do it. If you have a chance to just make it right all together, do it. But just to let you know, sometimes you got to let sleeping dogs lie, and sometimes what's broken can't be fixed. And it is what it is, and sometimes we have to live with it. But it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but different strokes for different folks. That's all I can tell you. I mean, some people are obedient. Some people really try to do. Some people try to strive for righteousness. But you got some that just straight up hateful, just mean, bad spirited. But they can really change if they really want to. But sometimes they don't want to change. But and like somebody said, you can't change nobody who don't want to change. And that is so true. I had to learn that. I learned that the hard way growing up before graduated high school. But let's tell you the truth, before I got in my 20s. But either way, we all have to learn. I mean, some learn quicker than others. Some wait late on in life to really learn. And a lot of time when they wait late on life, it had to be a serious rude awakening. Because if it's that serious, it must have really kicked them in the tail to make them wake up, because it takes that sometimes. And some people, like I told you, some people have their reasons about how they are. But that don't mean it's right. But it is what it is. I mean, there's some people out here, they can be so mean and hateful, just don't care about life. Nobody. They really don't care about themselves. But guess what? If they really want to, they can change. And guess what? Nothing's impossible. Nothing's too impossible for the Lord. He can change. He can change. I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, anybody and everybody can change if they want to change. Yeah, you got some people out here. They used to be top dog gangsters. I mean, just don't care. But guess what? The Lord changed them, and a lot of my came well, witness. A lot of our witness had really got into the ministry, and that's a good thing. But like I said, giving a person giving their life to want to change their life for the Lord, or just want to change their life, period, is a beautiful thing. I mean, especially if you're doing it, especially if you striving for righteousness, and especially if you really, really, really want to do it. And like I said, and all that, what I told you earlier, if you happy, as long as you happy and content with your change, I salute you. Don't worry about the ones that got something negative to say, because guess what? They're miserable. Let them live their life. Maybe they have their reasons like for the way they are, but that's not our problem, and that doesn't mean it's right either. But God bless them. Well, all we have to do is just keep them in prayer and keep going. I mean, a lot of stuff. I mean, like I said, a lot of people will vent. They will get everything out of their chest. Everything was deep inside of them to really get it out. But guarantee you this: you can't hold stuff in. You got to let it out, because if you don't, like they say, stress can kill. They never lie. It can cause strokes, heart attacks, or just natural causes. We don't need no more of that right now. It's time to try to live, not trying to die. It's time to live. And like a lot of these young, Rudy Poot, so-called wannabe gang bangers and thugs and hoodlums, I mean, I'm not trying to talk about them because they're not my kids. But at the same time, they somebody's kids. And a lot of them don't know they butts from a hole in the ground, because it's not their fault, because a lot of them wasn't shown the right guidance. A lot of them didn't have their parents in their lives. So they seek other alternatives. Instead of positive alternatives, they went to drugs, gangs, prostitution, and a lot of them ended up dead, in jail. Man, that's not good. They say it is what it is, but somebody we can stop this cycle if we really want to. A lot of them, Ain't trying. A lot of them are not trying to stop it. And instead of word, they need to worry about the right thing and not the wrong. And worry about the right thing. You worry about too much about the right thing, and that's what I don't feel. But it is what it is. I mean, and so far, and I pray for the homeless. Nobody deserves to be homeless, and man, I don't like to see kids, especially kids. It's, I mean, it's sad. I mean, a lot of stuff we have. It's alternatives, but the ones that need help get turned down, and the ones that really don't need and trying to get over them, the ones that actually get it. Not fair, but it is what it is. When will this madness stop? People get tired. I mean, it's an old saying, sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, that's a true statement because a lot of people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And like I said, that's why a lot of people are the way they are. I mean, it's not. I look at it like this. It's not personal, but like I said, it doesn't mean it's right. And then one thing I cannot stand. Maybe they need some guidance, some counseling, or whatever. You know what though? No, they don't need counseling. What they need is they need counseling. The kind of counseling they used to been giving to us when we were coming up, a good old fashioned butt whipping. That's why a lot of them. That's why a lot of them the way they are now. I mean, come on now. All these unnecessary acts of violence. I mean, walking around with guns. I mean, come on, blowing up, trying to take over, trying to destroy the world. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. What is wrong with these little young folks today? Somebody told me it was something in the milk. Yeah, I believe it too. I don't know what they put in that milk, but I don't really. I don't know. I can't answer that question. And I wouldn't make that statement, but I will say this. Life is messed up. But life is what you make it to. It can be grand or it can be a biatch. It can be one, it's your choice. And like I said, instead of hating, it needs to be more love. Where did the love go? Your guess is as good as mine. But I know one thing, it went out the window when Soul Train went out of syndication. That's where the love went. You got more hateful, mean, uptight people running around in this world. Everybody's angry. Everybody's uptight. You say the wrong thing, you might get shot. You might get slapped. You might get your tail kicked. What is going on? I know they said that in the book of Revelations, and I believe it too. I mean, this, everything is so, but that's why they say in the Bible, it is written. So true. Because a lot of stuff that's written, a lot of it's coming to pass now. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. But as individuals, we got to work on trying to get closer to the Lord, trying to get closer, trying to protect yourself, protect your peace. Don't go around hating, hurting, out for blood. Right now, life's too short. Life's too short for all this hatred. We really need to come together. Learn how to. We on this earth together. We need to learn to get along. That's all I can say. I mean, I know it's been going on for years and it's going to keep on going whether we on this earth or not. But while we on this earth, make the best of what you got for real. And stop complaining. Stop bitching and moaning. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Just stop it altogether. Don't do stop. Just stop. Like just stop. That's all I can say. Just stop. Get yourself together. Learn this step while you learn how to love yourself. Learn to respect yourself. I mean, you can. I mean, you can do what you want to do, be what you want to be, but long as you carry yourself in a respectable manner, respectable enough that you will gain respect instead of trying to go around. You know what I mean. Going around with that, you don't care. I don't care about the world attitude. I mean, come on now, time out for all that. Instead of, like I said, instead of pushing each other away, we need to be coming more together. I mean, and a lot of, I mean, I'm not the one. I'm not the one to judge because I know, I know, I know. I mean, we put like this: we are not. We in no position to judge. Everybody, we all fall short of the glory. So I'm not gonna say I. I'm gonna say we, cause we are as one on this earth, and we should all get along. But we didn't get along. The world wouldn't go around. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm talking mad junk, but I'm trying to just, like I said, it's just about having fun. I mean, it's nothing negative. I ain't trying to. I'm trying to get on him making. I'm not gonna get on him making no threats. Or I'm making no threats. Um, Putting out APBs on people like that, giving that look like, oh, I know where you live. I'm not gonna do all that. If anything, I'm gonna say, "What's up? How you doing? What you know good? What's happening? Tell me something good." That's me right there. I'm not gonna say, I'm not coming. I'm not coming at you. Like I'm gonna be like, my brother, what's happening? How you doing? My sister, how you doing? And to the elderly, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. The kids, respect. Like I love kids. Respect. But like I said, respect. I don't talk about nobody's kids because that's not my place to do that. But I love mine, and they know I do. And but put like this: we supposed to love one another, not hate one another. And like it's some people. I'm gonna be real. I done heard some people on the video. Even though I said I love you, that doesn't mean I like you. Now I don't see some people actually get on the video and say that. All I can do is say, bless their heart. But it is what it is. But anyhow, enough of that. Now we're gonna get into something I would never thought I'd talk about. Stand-up comedians. Now, everybody has their favorite comedian. There's a lot of them out here that's funny as I don't know what. But a lot of them I grew up on. A lot of them I grew up. A lot of them we grew up on. Like in our age range, a lot of people. Some of us. I hate to say the ones that air, but a lot of people remember. There are a lot of people remember Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Pig. But a lot of people I know, a lot of them didn't know, except the older people. They remember Pig Meat. They remember Wild Man Steve, Rudy Ray Moe, Dolomite. If I had a name like that, I'd be funny too. But what really gets me, a lot of people didn't know who Blowfly was. But a lot of people didn't know that he was actually the songwriter for Betty Wright songs, Clean Up Woman, Gwen McCrae's Rocking Chair. Yeah, yeah, he wrote. He was a good songwriter. Now he was a good artist. A regular artist is Clarence Reed himself, but Blowfly, his moniker to protect his rights as a songwriter, that man said some stuff that had me that will have you on the floor crying. I mean, he will have your side hurting. He can say some grossed out stuff, but at the same time, the way he said, he'll have your side hurting. He'll say some stuff that you wouldn't expect. For real. Like one of his songs caught me off guard. He could sing, but he'll fool with it. You see, my baby was crying in her sleep. She was dreaming she was giving another man some. Never mind. I can't say that. I ain't gonna say that on here. That's all I'm gonna say. But and then everybody, and then a lot of people didn't know who George Kirby was. That dude was an impressionist, and he was good. God rest his soul. But a lot of people barely knew who Flip Wilson was, except the older crowd. Flip Wilson, he was funny as I don't know what. But my favorite character, Reverend Leroy Jackson of the Church of What's Happening Now. Oh yeah, and then like I said, Red Fox. Everybody remember that, especially when he made Sanford and Son. Now that was one of my favorites. But what I loved about it too, he brought a lot of his friends on there. And a lot of people didn't know those were actually real life people. Slappy White, his character was Melvin. And that was actually his name, Melvin White. And Bubba, he went on it, even though that was his name that was his character on the show, but that was actually his name, Donald Bubba Bexley. And then you got Leroy Skillet. Yeah, they use a real name. Leroy Skillet. Leroy Daniels and Ernest Skillet Maynard. And then LaWanda Page. She used Epler and she played H out of Aunt Esther. And Lamont. Bless his heart. I'm not gonna even comment on him because I can't see it. Not on him. But Grady, good, goobity doo. He had more issues than Jet magazine. But he was a cool dude, though. He was cool. And you got Woody. They say in real life he didn't drink like that, but I said to myself, he could have fooled me. The way he was drinking on Sanford and Son and Good Times, and he looked like a drunk on every like Sanford and Son, Good Times, even the Jeffersons when he played Zeke. He looked like he had a little nip before he walked in there. But God rest him, he was a cool brother. I liked him as an actor. And a comedian. But then in Generations, you had Eddie Murphy. If he wasn't going to, like, when he first appeared on Saturday Night Live, he was an unknown. Now, if he didn't become a star, something would have been wrong. Because that dude was funny as all outdoors. Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. That was funny. Hello, neighbor. That was cool, though. And then Gumby. Tyrone Green. Raheem Abdul-Muhammad. All his characters I can remember. I mean, the original cast of Saturday Night Live was funny, but Eddie Murphy to me was funnier than all of them. If you ask me, he was funnier than the original cast by himself. I used to look forward to watching him on Saturday night at 11:30 when I was young. But anyway, and then later on down the line, you had Arsenio Hall. But a lot of people didn't know that was Eddie. A lot of people knew that was Eddie Murphy's best friend. But a lot of people didn't know that was him. You remember the episode when Buck Weaver was shot? When they said, "Hey, Mr. Weed," and he threw his arms up and they shot him. And that dude that was running like that with them shades, that was him, looking like one of the brothers Johnson at the time. Yeah, but yeah, that's who he looked like with the hair. When he had hair, before he had that fade, he looked like one of the brothers Johnson. Yes, he did. No offense to the brother John, that God bless Louis Johnson's soul. But and then you had Martin Lawrence. A lot of people didn't recognize him when he was on. He wasn't recognizable when he was on What's Happening Now. But when I recognized that nut, well, his first recognition, House Party, the first one. That's what put him on the map. But I didn't know, and a lot of people didn't know, that was Play's cousin. I was like, well, get the chunk out of town. Not Play from Kid and Play. I said, they kind of sounded like I got that harsh voice. Yeah, but and then, like you said, you had Bernie Mac. He was funny. John Witherspoon. Oh, he was a character. God bless him. Him and Bernie Mac, they were funny as I don't know what. But John Witherspoon, he said something. Now he was real with it. I mean, you could tell he was back in the day, old school, like one of them jokers, like we are, like he was them old head before we became old heads. They the one, the old heads, the one that laid the foundation down for us, and we got to we trying to lay the foundation for these younger knuckleheads, if they listen. But it's not up to us, it's up to them. But getting back to comedians, I'm sorry. And then later on, you have some more fun, like Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, Chris Tucker. There's a whole bunch of them I can't name. A lot of them I don't even, half of them I can't even keep up with now. I mean, I see them, I can't keep up with them like I used, like that no more, because, yeah, but a lot of them funny, but a lot of them are not funny. You know the ones who funny. If they have you laugh, I'm just gonna say it like this: if they have you laughing, where you have to stop the DVD or whatever you watching, if you have to stop it for a minute, you just laughing like that, you know it's funny. I'm serious. You know it's funny if you have to stop it, if you have to stop it or whatnot. But anyhow, now moving on from the comedians. Now we're gonna talk about the TV shows. Again. Before the 60s, you had wholesome shows, but you had more westerns than anything. Gunsmoke. And then you had the Big Valley. Then you had Rawhide, Wagon Train, wholesome shows. Well, that was them back then. That's all they had. But in the 70s, you had more like TV. It was coming along a lot better. I mean, it was coming along a lot better. They got, TV was coming, normally broke grounds with the H&D word in its shows. Because, before then, you said that your show gonna get, that the FCC didn't play that, y'all. But then, like the mid 80s, early 90s, it seemed like it started taking a turn. Because instead of saying the H&D word, you heard the A word, the SOB, all that. It got worse. And the cable really got worse, because I remember certain shows on cable, if they cursed, they bleeped it out. Now they don't care no more. They gonna say what they want to say. Well, now they call it freedom of speech, but you got some people out there that still, it's too much out. Shut up. It ain't like they don't do it. For real. It ain't like they don't be cursing, and it ain't like they ain't never cursed in their life. But they gonna get on and complain about what people say, and That's another, you know what? Just came to thought. How you gonna snitch on some if you're gonna tell on somebody, tell on yourself. Why you gonna tell on somebody? Especially when they ain't did nothing to you. You need to be telling on yourself. And that's another thing too. You have to tell some people, quit worry about quit worry about everything else and worry about yourself. Yeah, because you might live longer. And this goes out to all the nosy jokers out there. Yeah, I said it. Word to Big Bird. I'm calling you out. You got a problem? Psych, just kidding. But anyway, don't if you're gonna tell don't tell on anybody unless you don't tell on anybody, especially if you don't want to tell on yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Shut your mouth. Hush it up. Be quiet sometimes. Be quiet and listen. Stop overpowering people. And that's another thing I hate too. One thing about me, don't come at me. One thing about it, you got to watch how you come at certain people too. Because guess what? That person you might come at you harder than uncooked steel crack rock. And they will get the last word. So you gotta watch who you be messing with, because people don't play no more. All they do is this. All they do is this. Just kidding, y'all. But seriously though, people don't have peace no more. All they about is this. All they about is this. Yeah. But but like I said, we don't have to be like everybody else. Just be ourselves. Live our lives, live our lives the best way we know how. Leave the negative out your life. Stay positive. Keep God first as always. And don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Just do what like the advice that's always good to hear. Do what makes you happy. If it's for the greater good, do it. Don't do it because somebody else expect for you to do it, because you have expectations. Do it for you. Anything you do it for you. Do it for the grace of God. Guarantee you will be happy. But guess what? Guess what, brothers and sisters? I'm about to sign out a little earlier today. I mean, I'm gonna sign out a little earlier. Got a lot of gotta get some stuff going. But I might or I might not come on a little later. But guarantee you, y'all will see me tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Y'all will see me tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm gonna keep on talking. I'm gonna keep on talking all the jive I can, just as sure as my name is Carlos DeAndre Stargell, the last. And I'm gonna tell you why they call me the last. After they made me, they broke the mold. And that's for real. But anyway, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all be good. Y'all have a blessed day. God bless you all. Wait a minute.